Chivalry is dead.
Greetings.
Are you tired when you play Doomfist from Overwatch? This just tends to happen quite a lot.
Someone called the ambulance. 9.
Or when you're fighting for the payload, you lost and
Meteor strike.
this just happened.
Apagando las luces. Hasta luego. Later.
Is dead.
Or when you are about to engage the enemy DPS, and of course this happens a lot.
Later.
Watch and learn.
Or when you're trying to pick up the enemy's sword, this happens.
No.
Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock.
Ahoy, matey.
Tick-tock.
Warihong aweta.
And this
Let the kitsune guide you.
Well, you're in good luck today, my friend, as I am Mudao, also known as Shanlim, is here today to give you a quick tips or maybe a few manuals about how you can avoid those issues with Doomfist. Well, first of all, we should get to know about Doomfist first. As for Doomfist utility, skills, and passive, also with basic attack and ultimates, are written here as below. Now, Doomfist is just not a hero or character you can just select and use. Doomfist right click is a punch. A punch that launches you quite a distance and can do quite a damage. As for his shift, he can just slam. He jumps in a parabola state that will land and do a fan-shaped damage like this into a forward direction you're facing when you land. And his left clicks, or you could call basic attacks, can shoot a frost flake pattern, I guess, that actually does quite the damage. As for his E itself, is a block that will actually reduce damage up to 80% that you can receive from the one direction you're looking at. As for this direction, this and at the back will not take the damage reduction, only at the direction you're looking at. Now, Doomfist kits might seem quite simple or just normal to you, but to be honest, there are some things you can do with Doomfist kits. These are called Doomfist rollouts. Now, what you can do with these Doomfist rollouts are actually a quite combo of the E, or maybe the right click and the shift itself. Now the first combo I'm gonna show you is how to do a super slam. You hold your right click and space and then slam. As you can see, it launches you very far away compared to just doing a punch, then just slam. You don't even reach the starting point. If I'm not wrong, this combo will launch you about 60 meters forward. Or maybe further like this if you can look up mid-air. As for the second combo, there are quite a few elements into this seismic slam that makes it quite unique. As you can see, if I just look up like this, seismic slam does not have that much verticality and launches you only like a couple meters ahead. But there is a way to kill off the verticality that doesn't go that high. If you look up and then you click shift then E at the same time, you tend to launch higher with the less distance. And this is very nice, or actually useful, to escape some situation like this. As you can see, I reached the other side of the bridge, but if you just do it like this, you won't reach it at all. Well, last but not least, there is one combo that I really like as a Doomfist main. It's when you just use your shift and right click like this, you can actually land a very distant punch without waiting for the punch to launch. Because, as you can see, if I shift like here and then I start punching, when you land at this area, your punch is actually fully charged, so you can land that full damage punch into a certain person. Like this, yeah. As you can see, the punch lost me quite a really distance because it's fully charged. Instead of when you just slam like this, and then you charge to punch someone. To you, this might seem quite little, but in a real game scenario, that small window of time is enough to give an enemy reaction to sleep you, or maybe to trap you, or maybe to actually evade entirely of your attacks, which is maybe one of the many factors reason why your Doomfist is not thriving that well in games, or maybe the ladder. That's why you cannot climb your ranks at all to escape silver or bronze. Well, last but not least is Doomfist
Personne
Ultimate.
n'échappe à mon regard.
Doomfist Ultimate is called the Meteor Strike. Well, he will leap into the air, as you can see. He will become invulnerable state, and of course he's untargetable, and as I am low, you can
Meteor strike.
and you can choose to land on your team and expect them to heal you.
My gift to you.
Thank you. I thank you.
Or you can use Doomfist Ultimate, the Meteor Strike, in a way that supports you more in the offensive part, because as an ultimate, Meteor Strike also does damage. Well, let me demonstrate as below. Once you click Q to activate the
Meteor strike.
you can land on an enemy and really just one-shot them at the center of your ult, because it does the most damage at the center ring instead of the outer ring. Now, after the tips I've given you before, you might ask, how do you implement this in the real game scenario? Well, let me demonstrate again. Now, these combos not only really help you in escaping, but also in going offensive,
I have my
like
eye
this.
on you. I
This is your warning. Who is the next
Now, you
fool
don't really
to
have
defy me?
to seismic in there and, well, 1v1ing them at a time, and it just might risk you falling off into the water again. So, with the combo I demonstrated earlier, you can slam and then punch them. They will be the one who's swimming in the water, not you. Well, I have stated before, with Meteor Strike, you will go into the invulnerable state to escape from multiple situations you might not like.
Meteor strike.
You can choose to run away with the ult and go back into a safe spot.
And they say chivalry is dead.
Well, sometimes when the enemy just pick the counters that you know that you cannot win a fight against, you can use the combo I've given you to not fight them but to kill them, at least environmentally, like this.
Meteor strike.
Well, with this combo, you can avoid getting slapped by an enemy Ana or trapped by an enemy Junkrat. Let me show you.
Meteor strike.
Well, this might happen, but at least there's no Junkrat to kill you anymore.
Meteor
And
strike.
use your ult to run away again safely.
And they say
Well,
chivalry is dead.
I think that might be all from me today to help you play Doomfist on Overwatch 2. And I really hope that these tips below that I've given you, or at least shown you, will help you climb your ranks further, maybe in the future time. Now, I don't really have much to say here, but happy gaming to you all, and have a good Chinese New Year, and
wanna see the underworld?
good evening, good morning, or maybe good night, wherever you are. Please stay safe and keep on grinding the hours on your Doomfist. And maybe not if you don't play Overwatch at all,
Got it.
and get a life. See you another time.